Good morning students, welcome to GK and Aptitude class, and today we will start chapter number 19. Okay, we have already completed up to chapter number 18 and today we will start chapter number 19. Fill up the blanks, that is the human body. We have to fill up the blanks about the human body. Okay, number 1. The dash are responsible for the waste disposal from the body. What is responsible? The excretory system is responsible for waste disposal from the body. Number 2. The heart circulate blood throughout the circulatory system. The heart circulate blood throughout the circulatory system. Number 3. The air first passes through the dash or dash and into the nasal passage, commonly known as the windpipe, which filters, moistens and regulates the temperature of the air we breathe. The answer will be nose and or mouth. Okay, the air first passes through nose or mouth. Next is number 4. The color of eyes is usually what? When you have lesser than usual pigment in the iris, that is blue, grey or green. The color of the eyes is usually blue, grey or green when you have lesser than usual pigment in the iris. Dash and dash joints are immovable. The upper jaw and skull is immovable. Okay, these joints are immovable. Dash are the blood vessels that carries blood from other areas of the body back to your heart, that is veins. Veins are the blood vessels that carries blood from other areas of the body back to your heart. Now the system that moves oxygen and the nutrients throughout the body is known as cardiovascular system. Okay. The dash carry blood away from the heart, that is the arteries. The arteries carry blood from the heart. Now options are given here. From here you will see. Okay. Next, identify the parts of human body. These are lungs. You can see this, stomach and intestine. This is the spinal cord. This is skeleton. Okay. Now let us move on to chapter number 20. Sorry, in chapter number 19 only, part C. Unscramble the clue. How do muscles help the body? You have to unscramble this. Okay, you have to arrange this. So this will be move, M-O-V-E, move. Tissues that causes movement in the body is muscle, M-U-S-C-L-E, muscle. Next, number 3, the type of striped muscle that the heart is made of is cardiac, C-A-R-D-I-A-C. Okay, the type of muscle that can be controlled is voluntary, V-O-L-U-N-T-A-R-Y. Number 5, the type of muscle that is striped and is attached to the bones for movement, that is skeletal, S-K-E-L-E-T-A-L. Number 6, the type of muscle that is not striped and forms the walls of many of the organs in the body is stoma, S-T-O-M-A-C-H. Number 7, thick bands of tissue that attach muscles to bone is tendons, T-E-N-D-O-N-S, tendons. Number 8, muscles that move without being controlled is involuntary, I-N-V-O-L-U-N-T-A-R-Y, involuntary. Okay, so options are also given here. From here you can write down the spelling. Next, let us move on to chapter number 20, that is revolutions in India. Before we speak of revolution, let's understand what exactly a revolution is. So before we speak of revolution, we should understand what revolution is. A revolution is a change that is brought about by the people in a positive manner and that affects the entire society for better. Revolution is a change, okay? It is a change that is brought about by the people, and it should be accepted positively in a positive manner, and that affects the entire society for the betterment, okay? The revolutions that India faced included the Green Revolution, okay, White Revolution, Saffron Revolution, and Blue Revolution. The Green Revolution helped in increasing the production of food grains and protein-rich pulses in the country. So what does revolution means? It means a change. So what changes the Green Revolution brought? The change that Green Revolution brought is it helped in increasing the production of food grains and protein-rich pulses in the country. This was done because many people in country, especially children, were losing their lives to malnourishment since they did not get protein-rich food. So the children, they were not getting protein-rich foods, and they were losing their lives due to malnourishment. So this change was brought about, especially for the children. This Green Revolution was brought about. Okay. Now let us move on to White Revolution. What is this White Revolution? White Revolution helped to increase milk production, making it easier and affordable. Milk is an important source of calcium, and it is a must for healthy teeth and bones. So White Revolution, it helped to increase milk production, okay, and make it easier and affordable, so that people can afford milk, because milk is very important source of calcium and it is very necessary for healthy teeth and bones. Next, let us see what is there. Saffron Revolution. Saffron Revolution aimed at helping Indians use solar power as a clean energy source, thus reducing the use of wood or coal or petrol and diesel as a source of fuel. You can see this solar panel. This Saffron Revolution, it aimed at helping use of solar power energy, okay, as a clean energy source, reducing the use of wood or coal or petrol and diesel as source of fuel. Okay. Next is Blue Revolution. Blue Revolution was undertaken to increase awareness among Indians that we have one of the longest coastlines in the world, and for that reason we must develop better technology to catch fish and breed fish and ensure that every household in the country gets clean drinking water. Because in India there is one of the longest coastlines in the world. The Blue Revolution was undertaken. Why? To increase awareness among Indians that we have one of the longest coastline in the world, and for that reason we must develop better technologies to catch fish and breed fish and ensure that every household in the country gets clean drinking water. But a revolution can only be successful if there are smart civic minded people supporting a revolution. If people will not support this revolution, then how can this revolution be successful? So all should support such revolution. It is up to each and every one of us not to waste food and water. Okay, we should not waste food and water. Next, let us move on to chapter number 21, Nature's Fury. Nature is both benevolent and malevolent. When humans disturb the ecological balance, it becomes devastating. We human beings only disturb the ecological balance, thus it becomes devastating. It can cause great loss to humans. We have to read this about some of the natural disasters that occur due to human interference in nature's work. When we human interfere in the nature's work, there are few natural disasters that occur. Let us read about that. Earthquake. Earthquakes occur when huge masses of rocks and tectonic plates move below the Earth's surface. Okay. How earthquakes occur? when huge masses of rocks and the tectonic plates that are below the earth's surface, when they move, it causes earthquake. The shifting of rocks causes seismic waves leading to tremors in the form of an earthquake. When the rocks are shifted, they causes seismic waves which leads to the tremors in the form of an earthquake. You already know what an earthquake is. Tsunami. What is tsunami? Tsunami is a great harbor wave that is caused due to an earthquake or volcanic eruption. These are very powerful and destructive water waves that swallow the coastal areas. So, tsunami is a great harbor wave that is caused due to the earthquake or the volcanic eruption. Okay, and these are very powerful and destructive water waves. Now comes avalanche. It occurs when the huge mass of snow loosens and flows down to the plains. Huge mass of snow, it loosens and flows down to the plains. At that time, avalanche occurs. The movement of snow is very slow, but in hilly areas, it brings major disaster. The movement of snow is very slow, but in hilly areas, it is very dangerous. Okay. Drought. You can see drought. It occurs due to lack of rainfall and creates great shortage of water. Drought occurs due to lack of rainfall and it creates great shortage of water. It is a continuous period of dry weather. Okay. Now you have to answer certain questions. Let us see. Number 1. The Richter scale measures the intensity of an earthquake. Richter scale, it measures the intensity of an earthquake. Number 2. When everything seems submerged in water, it is called flood. Everything is submerged in water, it is called flood. A high speed wind that uproots trees and buildings is tornado. High speed wind that uproots trees and buildings is tornado. This is the name of a tropical storm with a speed more than 119 kilometers per hour is hurricane. Okay. And number 5. Which nature's fury in 2004 submerged the Indira Point in the sea? That is tsunami. Okay. So these are the nature's fury, the natural disasters that are caused due to human interference in nature's work. Okay. So here we end our class. Next class we will discuss chapter 22, 23 and 24. Up to 24 is coming for your periodic test 2, second periodic test. Okay. So here we end our class. You write down the answers and you will learn them. Okay. Till then, take care. Bye and thank you, children.